100,000 subscribers. Cannot begin to thank you guys for everything, for the support, not just watching, but commenting, sharing, giving feedback from day one to right now, molding this channel into what it is. Owe you absolutely everything. So a million thank yous for that. This is crazy. It's been a milestone that I've been looking at for a long time, since the very beginning. And you go through ups and downs and everything in between. So to be able to hit a benchmark like this, it's fun, look back, and it really validates all the tough stuff that, we all go through as we're aiming towards something bigger than what we have. So I thought it'd be cool to rewind a little bit and talk about, some of the highlights, some of the lessons learned, going through this process. I know a lot of you guys are trying to start your own YouTube channels or businesses, or you have academic or athletic goals. There's a lot. Everyone's trying to do something significant, and I feel like there's a lot of commonality between our pursuits. So that said, I'll throw them out there. The first one is to understand, and this is so important, understand that good things take time. And on top of that, the toughest part isn't necessarily the time itself, but it's the things that occur before you reach your goal. It's the uncertainty, it's the hiccups, it's the bumps, it's the temptation to go back to what was easy, to what you'd already done, to say no thanks. All these things that you have to realize are part of the process. Again, that's why benchmarks like this are so great, because you can look back and it truly validates that. It might take a while. It might take longer than you think. In fact, I'm going to show you a quick video I took in 2014. Picked up my camera. This is right when I realized that I absolutely hated what I was doing, and I was kind of making a promise to myself that I would get out of it, that I would change, and that I would improve my life. So here it is. Things. So in 1 year from today, I'm going to look back on this recording, and it's going to mean a lot, because I'm going to remember, being an office guy and hating every minute of it, but doing something about it. So this is just for everyone who's watching this. If you want to change something, change it. So I'm not gonna lie, it's awesome to see that. It's pretty nostalgic, but it also makes me realize there's so much I didn't know. I just had no clue. Right? First off, it didn't take a year, obviously. Right? A lot did change in 1 year. Things got substantially worse. Things got worse before they got better. There was the temptation to go back to the steady paycheck, to go back to comfort. But pushing that aside was the best decision I ever made. It sucked at the time. It was stressful at the time. I lost sleep, but it's all worth it. And you can't get to the good stuff if you don't have moments like that. I talk about a price, a cost. Well, getting what you want has a cost, and it's not rainbows and butterflies. So whatever you're doing, keep that in mind. You will get what you want. It just takes time. So be patient, be persistent, and ride it out. The next one is to allow yourself to explore, to create, to get lost. And it's something that I really had never done until I was 26 years old. I just looked at life in such a linear way that I went to school and I went to college and I got a job, and I found myself in corporate America in a cubicle, not liking it, but scared to move away from that, right? My solution at the time was to find the exact same job in the city, because at least I'd be closer to things. I mean, it's absolute lunacy, right? And then so, I finally decided, you know what? Put your back against the wall and see what happens. Take a risk. And I did. I went out and did a lot of things. It was one of the craziest years of my life when I was 26. So I played guitar, like acoustic singer-songwriter stuff all around Boston. I started composing music. I started to write a lot. I was writing for, guest blogging for different companies. I was auditioning for, smaller films in the New England area. I was just doing things that at one point in my life, I thought, hey, that might be cool to do. And it was amazing, because it helped me realize what I was good at, what I wasn't so good at, what I really liked to do, and paved the way for, the present moment. The only way to understand how you thrive or what makes you the best version of yourself is to feel it out. I never would have known these things if I stayed in a cubicle pretending to want to die an analyst. It just doesn't work that way. Hear me out here. You don't need to know what you're doing for the rest of your life when you're in the 12th grade. You don't. It's okay to be the one person in your group of friends that doesn't know what they're doing when they grow up. That's what life is for, and you only get one. So live it, figure it out, enjoy yourself. Create something that's worth creating, not something that you feel obligated to do. The third lesson I learned is to understand what makes you unique and hold onto it. Right? We live in an incredible, incredible time. There are a million resources. Anything we could ever want to know is out there, but it's to our detriment when we emulate people that are already successful, to the extent that we lose sight of our own vision, of our own brand, of our own style, of what makes us unique. Don't fall into the trap of seeing precedent or what exists right now as the only way to do things. Right? Those people got to where they were because they were original. Now it's your turn. It's your turn to take risks, to go out on a limb. You know, that vision you had, that idea you had, it was in your gut for a reason. It made sense. You believed in it. And as you progress and kind of put your toe in the water and get a feel for things, you see that because it's different, because it's not what exists today, it's uncomfortable and it gets pushback and it's not easy. But that's why it's so incredibly respected. Be you. Think differently. That quote I talk about all the time, the Robin Sharma quote, if you want what the 5% have, you have to be willing to do what the 5% are willing to do. And part of that is understanding how the majority act, how they think, why they do what they do, and then from that, carving your own trail, going left when they go right. So don't lose that, because that at the end of the day will mean everything. You have to trust what's in here before anyone else will, before anything good happens. So that is my spiel. Again, guys, thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't wait to see where this channel goes and everything that, is down the road. And, I look forward to you being a part of it. So have a great week and I'll talk to you soon.